Well, good evening and welcome to Wednesday worship here at Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Lewisburg, Kentucky. I hope you've enjoyed this absolutely beautiful day that the Lord has made. But if you're in a part of the country or a part of the world that's seen some rain or stormy weather, I hope that through that you've been reminded of God's constant care for you as you follow Him. And that's what I want to talk with you about this afternoon is following Jesus. You know, we recognize that as probably two of the most important words Jesus spoke. Follow me. He said it to several groups of people. You know, we're most familiar with the fishermen, as Jesus says, follow me and I'll make you to become fishers of men. But you know, he said that phrase to some other people as well. You may remember that there was a would-be follower that said, Jesus, I want to follow you, but first let me go bury my father, who very likely hadn't died yet. And Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. You follow me. He also spoke to Levi or Matthew, the tax collector, while he was sitting at work in the tax collector's booth, said, follow me. And Matthew immediately left his work and followed him. Jesus told his disciples that if anybody would come after him, he needed to deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow him. He told them that if anybody wanted to save their life or tried to save their life, they would lose it. But if they would lose his life for his sake by following him, he said they would find it. An interesting story in Matthew chapter 19 where Jesus is having a conversation with a young man we identify as the rich young ruler. This is what it says in Matthew 19, verses 16 and following. He says, behold, a young man came up to him saying, Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life? And he said to him, why do you ask me about what is good? There's only one who is good. If you would enter life, keep the commandments. He said to him, which ones? And Jesus replied, you shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Honor your father and mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. The young man said to him, all of these I have kept. What do I still lack? This is what Jesus told him. Jesus said to him, if you would be perfect, which means complete, mature, right with God, he says, go sell your possessions, give it to the poor, and you'll have treasures in heaven. Now, a lot of people stop the story there and think, wow, how tough is that? And that would be tough. But Jesus had not yet gotten to the root of the request, the heart of the request. He said, sell what you have, give to the poor. You'll have treasures in heaven. And he says, then come follow me. And the picture of following Jesus is a relationship with him. You know, we know Jesus as the light of the world, the Son of God, the door, the shepherd of the sheep. And Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice, and they know me, and I know them,